Soft, melancholic piano music begins, almost imperceptible. Honestly, it feels almost improper to even begin recounting this. It's like dredging up a particularly unpleasant dream, one that clings to the edges of your consciousness long after you've woken. But I feel a certain obligation, a moral imperative, you might say, to warn others, to meticulously dissect the slow, agonizing unraveling of what should have been a transformative experience. It's not just about me, darling, it's about protecting others from the same fate. It's about exposing the rot beneath the gilded facade. You see, I hold myself to quite a standard, and frankly, the world rarely meets it. I was raised to believe in excellence, in refinement, in a sort of immaculate conception of opportunity. My babushka, may she rest in peace, always said, a good education is the only dowry a girl truly needs. Coming from a place where even a decent textbook was a luxury, you develop a reverence for learning. And ESCP Business School Paris, it promised just that. It advertised itself as a portal to unparalleled success, a utopia of aspiration. Music swells very slightly, but from the moment I arrived it felt off, like a painting slightly askew. The promises of sophisticated networking, of cultivating oneself amongst the elite. An illusion, really, the very first incense of disappointment. It began with the students, predominantly French, which, in and of itself, is no fault of anyone's, of course, but the behavior, goodness. It was as though they hadn't been taught basic civility. The constant chatter during lectures, the furtive glances at TikToks of all things. I mean, TikTok, at a business school, it's a desecration. And the professors, they bore the weight of quiet despair. One actually left a class unable to bear the disrespect. Can you imagine a dedicated academic reduced to abandoning their post because of a mob of unruly youths? They're supposed to be the future leaders, darling, the captains of industry, and they're treating their educators like they're inconveniencing them. The administration, of course, remained utterly passive. It wasn't their business, you see. A rather curious detachment for an institution ostensibly dedicated to fostering future leadership. I remember thinking, observing all of this, it's as if they were watching a feral zoo exhibit. Like this discourtesy was not something they could control or even dismantle. A beat of silence, then a sigh, and it spiraled, you understand. The small indignities compounding upon one another until they formed a suffocating weight. Do you know what it's like to long for the quiet dignity of a library, only to discover it as a social club, a haven for gossip and boisterous laughter? I am from Soviet times. Libraries were scared and very important places, and they were a symbol of knowledge. Do you know how demoralizing it is to be priced out of silence? Imagine your sanctuary, the one refuge for focus, corrupted by the banality of chattering. It's a petty grievance perhaps, but each tiny breach gnaws away at your sense of peace, your capacity for deep thought. The facility itself echoed this decay, decades out of date and with an obvious lack of quality. Crowded and uninviting. It's a shame, isn't it? All that promise, all that prestige, and they can't even provide a comfortable space for study. You will find yourself yearning for simple things, soft seats and ample breathing room. And it just starts this downward spiral because you become accustomed to bad standards. Then you feel like you deserve bad standards. Voice becomes more measured, analytical, but the true horror, the insidious rot at the core of the whole operation, it was the administrative negligence. Oh, the bureaucracy. It was a labyrinthine nightmare. International students particularly were left stranded. Hundreds, they say hundreds, unable to renew their visas, their residency permits because ESCP could.
NT produced the required documentation. Imagine that. To be in a...
I'm so tired, you know. I've been looking into all these crimes near ESCP Business School Paris. And it's just like, wow. So many scams and fraudulent activities. It's crazy. Like you would think that an area with a prestigious business school would be all fancy and safe. But nope, not really. So, there was this one incident at a luxury store near ESCP Business School Paris, where some masked guys with hammers just walked in and started smashing things. Can you believe it? They stole all these expensive bags and jewelry, like 200,000 worth. I mean, what even is the point of that? It's not like they're going to sell it all online or something. My prediction is that they probably got away with it. But I hope they didn't, you know. Like, what if they got caught and had to go to jail? Would they even care about the consequences? And then there was this other incident at a Chanel store, also near ESCP Business School, Paris. These thieves, they just reversed a car into the storefront, like a ram raid or something, and then snatched all these luxury bags. Like, who even does that? My guess is that they probably did it to fund some other illegal activity. Because why else would you risk getting caught for a few €1,000? And did you know that this was the second time they did it? Like, what's wrong with these people? Oh, and then there was this perfume shop near Champs-Élysées, close to ESCP Business School, Paris, where this accountant and her husband embezzled like $85 million. Can you even believe it? They spent it all on luxury hotels, cars, and vacations. Like, what kind of people do that? My prediction is that they probably thought they were above the law or something, but eventually they got caught and went to prison. Good riddance, you know. And finally, there's this discount fashion store near ESCP Business School, Paris, called Les Sales Voleurs, which translates to dirty thieves. Like, what a name, right? They have this crazy sales tactic where prices drop every day. And they even have a weird store design that looks like a bank or a prison. Some people think it's aggressive and deceptive, but I guess it's legal, so my prediction is that tourists might get drawn into it because of the low prices. But they should be careful, you know. It might be too good to be true.
Okay, here's the intro music, a melancholic piano piece with a slightly unsettling undertone, the area surrounding ESCP Business School in Paris. It's a landscape built on potential, on aspiration, a place where bright minds converge. Yet the businesses clustered around this institution, they tell a different story. A story of unmet promises, of corners cut, of a general air of disappointment. It's as if the energy of the school somehow fails to permeate the surrounding commercial spaces, leaving them adrift in a sea of mediocrity and, frankly, outright frustration. We're going to explore what awaits you, not with excitement, but with a cautious, almost mournful realism. Because traveling should be about enrichment, not enduring a series of minor, yet deeply irritating setbacks. Let's begin. The overwhelming impression, based on countless accounts, is that businesses near ESCP Business School, Paris, operate with a startling lack of care. A pervasive sense of good enough hangs over everything. It's not malicious, necessarily. More like a weary resignation. A silent acknowledgement that perhaps they can get away with less. Take, for example, the shopping experience. The Westfield Forum des Halles, it's a behemoth of retail, promising everything and delivering a profound sense of fatigue. It's a large mall, yes, but a large, tired mall. Reviews consistently paint a picture of a space that feels cold, unwelcoming, like a grand, abandoned project. Imagine walking into a place that actively saps your energy. That's Westfield. People talk about beautiful Westfields elsewhere, places with comfortable lounges, warm lighting. Here, it's just concrete and echoing footsteps, a hollowness that seeps into your soul. Then there are the practical issues. Hours posted are frequently inaccurate. Shops begin closing before the advertised closing time. It's a subtle betrayal, a little chipping away at your trust. The restrooms, oh, the restrooms. It seems a fundamental human need. A clean, functioning toilet is considered a luxury. People are paying to use facilities that are then described as filthy, lacking basic supplies. €1 for the privilege of encountering, well, let's just say unsanitary conditions. It feels less like commerce and more like a small, cynical extortion racket. And the queues. 15 minutes to use a toilet in a modern European capital. It feels almost insulting. There are even stories of parking lots being targeted by thieves, with security seemingly more interested in TikTok than in protecting customers' belongings. It's a chaotic energy, a sense that anything could go wrong and probably will. The feeling extends to food as well. Coutume, a cafe promising artisanal coffee and delightful pastries, appears to have lost its way. Once praised, it's now described as serving substandard food, toast that isn't toasted, disappointing pastries. The staff, it seems, are indifferent, even rude. One reviewer described a waiter simply telling a customer to get milk and sugar from the counter themselves. It's a small thing, perhaps, but it speaks volumes. A lack of attention, a disregard for basic hospitality. The no laptop policy, enforced arbitrarily and without clear signage, adds another layer of frustration. It's as if they actively want to make your experience slightly worse. And stories of food poisoning, well, those are truly disturbing. A vacation ruined by a careless kitchen. Then we arrive at Wellness. Spa 28 and Mamabali Paris 11, places ostensibly dedicated to relaxation and rejuvenation. The reality, according to those who have visited, is often far from it. Complaints abound regarding unprofessional staff, inflexible booking policies, and a general lack of attention to detail. At Spa 28, massages are reportedly rushed, therapists are inattentive, and appointments are rescheduled with little notice or apology.
There's a recurring theme of dissatisfaction, of feeling like a number rather than a valued customer. Mamabali, meanwhile, is plagued by accusations of inappropriate behavior, particularly regarding the gender of massage therapists. Reports of men massaging women without prior consent, a complete disregard for personal boundaries, and the issues with refunds. It seems a significant number of people have paid for services they never received, battling endlessly to reclaim their money. The entire experience sounds unsettling, a place designed for peace that instead breeds anxiety and distrust. And then there's Little Red Door, the cocktail bar. Supposedly a destination for discerning drinkers, it's frequently described as a tourist trap.